June marks the beginning of hurricane season, okay? And it's expected to be another busy year, but of course we've got you covered here at First Coast News. And we also are talking about disaster relief, okay, with Abe Diaz. He's actually a disaster relief lead at Amazon, and Aaron King, lead associate of the humanitarian response in U.S. emergencies at Save the Children. Okay, so welcome to the show. Yes, it's here, hurricane season for the next 6 months. But what's interesting is we're talking about how this partnership is helping to meet the needs of affected children. And after year one of this and preparedness, what lessons were learned?
Yeah. So last year was our inaugural year for the hub. We were able to procure, pack, and palletize about 500,000 items here at the hub. This really allowed us to move quickly for hurricanes like Hurricane Ida in the United States. And also we took medical items from the hub and were able to deploy them to Europe for our refugee response for Ukraine. In addition to that, we learned that tightly coupling donations with Amazon's global logistics really allows us to move fast and allows us to work with partners like Save the Children, for example. So in Europe, we also created and opened 2 logistical hubs, one in Slovakia and one in Poland, to help us support distribution efforts for the Ukraine war.
Very good. And you talked about many lessons learned and some incredible stories of relief in year one. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah. So like I said, for Hurricane Ida, for example, within a matter of hours of us knowing like the products were needed, we were able to put them in the truck from the hub and deliver those quickly to New Orleans. So the hub has allowed us to compress the time that it takes us to procure, pack, and palletize the items to get them there. Also, we've been able to pre-vet the items that we have at the hub. So what that means is we already have half of the compliance and documentation that we need to put these items on a plane and get them to where they need to go. So it's really been an effort of us doubling down on the speed of delivery. Much like our customers get their packages faster, we're here to help our community partners get their relief items faster.
All right, very good. And let's bring in Aaron. And, you know, Save the Children, huge deal here. Tell us what supplies were so critical in helping the affected children.
Absolutely. Some of the supplies that are most critical in times of disasters include baby diapers, baby wipes, pack and plays, strollers, comfort items, educational supplies, and craft supplies so that children are able to return to some sense of normalcy immediately following disasters. At Save the Children, we believe that every child deserves a future. So we really focus our efforts on making sure that children have a healthy start in life, the opportunity to learn, and protection from harm. And our partnership with Amazon's Disaster Relief really helps aid that support and helps to expedite the resources that we're able to provide in communities that are most affected.
And Aaron, these resources, it wouldn't be possible without that partnership, so you saw firsthand what it meant to the kids.
Absolutely. I was on the ground for Hurricane Ida, and we received items within a matter of hours on the ground to distribute to the hardest hit communities and a lot of at-risk children and at-risk families that didn't have support otherwise. So thanks to Amazon and our strong partnership, we're able to meet the needs of children that wouldn't otherwise have the support that they need in order to recover.
Right, helping the most vulnerable and our kids, that's what it's all about. And where can folks go for more information on this?
For more information about Save the Children and our U.S. emergencies work, you can visit savethechildren.org. We also encourage you, if you would like to donate items specifically, to visit our charity list on Amazon Smile. And we're constantly working with Abe and the Disaster Relief Hub team at Amazon to make sure that the pre-positioned items that they have and donate to us are ready to go in times of emergencies and crises around the world and domestically.
Right. It's all about preparedness. Really, thank you both for being on the show here, and hopefully we can keep all of those hurricanes away and keep folks safe. But either way, we're covered now, right? Okay, let's go to our website as well for much more on this information to help out with those supplies. That's firstcoastliving.net.